Good. I hate that fact of life that you can't spend more than you make. That's
Isn't that
really
the
not
truth?
fair.
Yes, sirree. But I figured out a way to fix it, Clark. I'm now paying my credit card by credit card.
There you go. Not too high interest rate, I hope.
No. Hardly over 20%, but
30%.
Well, yeah. So what goes up must come down, right, Clark? So we're in the largest, the strongest bull market, actually in a while, or in the history of Wall Street.
Doesn't feel like the strongest in the history of Wall
Street. It doesn't. No.
It's been a mild recovery in the economy and GDP growth, but you look at where the Dow was back in 2009 and look at it where it is now. Yeah, we've had a doubling of the Dow from the 9,000 range up to 18,000. So it's been good, but it's always good. There's always good companies doing good and bad companies doing bad. So it really doesn't matter what the environment is politically or the environment is economically. You can still find some good investments.
Are we overdue for a correction, Clark?
I do not see, in my way of thinking and the way I've been trained with the market, you come to realize that when you see kind of a euphoric state in the market where people are just kind of able to throw money at the market and make money, and everybody's talking about, oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you've got more of a euphoric state, that's when the party's about to end. When you have a lot of pessimism in the street, when you have a lot of people talking the market down, I don't think it ends during that. So I believe we're not in a bubble. We're not in a euphoric state. I don't think we're overvalued. There are definitely companies that are overvalued. And the market probably is better suited for value purchases, value stocks, as opposed to high multiple growth stocks that really need to act perfect or their stocks are going to get clobbered. So, you look at retail right now, retail stocks are taking it on the chin this week, but that's just how the consumer's acting. It doesn't mean that, the whole market's going to come tumbling down. So I don't really see an overdone stock market where we are going to have to worry. Warren Buffett the other day said, if they reduce interest rates anymore, it's just a matter of time before the Dow Jones goes to 100,000. So, I mean, the fact is, and being in this business and growing up in this business, my father did it for 55 years, and I've been in it for 25 years. 2/3 of the time, the market goes up. And so no matter what it does, it's going to end up going higher. So I'm confident in telling you the Dow Jones will touch 20,000, 25,000, and 30,000. I just can't tell you when.
Mm-hmm. Fox News contributor, financial strategist Clark Hodges, talking to us about the recession may loom for the next U.S. president. Clark, there's a pretty easy fix for this, and I know I don't want to sound too simplistic, but one of the first things you do is try to convince people, have people like you teaching in the schools. Instead of teaching kids how to recycle, they need to be taught free enterprise economics. And one of the things you try to convince them is that companies don't pay taxes, corporations don't pay taxes, people pay taxes. Cut all corporate taxes, and I promise you the economy would skyrocket. All these companies that went offshore would be coming back, and the ones who are established offshore would be coming on.
No doubt. You're exactly right. The mentality that President Obama has brought to our country is that business is a bad thing. And if people are out there working for a company and their number one objective for that company is to make a profit, well, they're the devil. They're not doing right. And that's the attitude he's brought. And that's quite simply not the case. It's the worst message to send. I would argue that if you found a community where the companies were profitable and the business environment was good, I would argue that the charities and the churches and the parks and the streets are all going to look better and have better funding because all the profits that those companies are making have trickled down into the economy and the people's contributing money to their churches and their charities because they're doing well. So profit's a good thing. And so the landscape should be laid out that it's okay to make a profit and actually help the business environment by doing such.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very astute point you make because people are always going to pay taxes. And if businesses are doing well, the whole world's going to do well.
Yeah, they employ more people, and therefore the government gets more money. It's been proven every time it's tried. And the situation, the Keynesian economics or whatever it is that the left is teaching and trying, fails every time it's tried. Clark,
no doubt. And when you handcuff companies, I mean, I'm a business owner myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have more money coming in every year so I could raise the pay of the employees that work for us.
Yeah, that's it.
And they can make more money.
Amen.
But instead, I've got to worry about Obamacare and what's it going to cost to hire a new employee, because I just don't know. And long term, what's it going to cost? It's going to cost probably more than I'm paying the person. So You're right. You're very good point.
All right, Clark, we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you, pal.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good weekend.